I said Malcolm alleged that some of Elijah's women were underage secretaries, and can you expound on that?
Yeah, well, I guess they were because they were there. I seen them. I seen them myself. It's all true. It's all true.
Good evening, messenger. You convinced us that you were the last messenger. How many other bastard children do you have?
You're watching America This Morning, America's #1 early morning.
Time after time after time, we are watching murderers go free. They hide behind their badges, they hide behind their white privilege, and they use the excuse that they fear for their lives to murder our young people in cold blood.
It's done.
X, my brother.
No. Don't think about it.
All you self-righteous assholes do is march and destroy your own communities. Killing me won't change a goddamn thing.
It's a lot different when it's a grown black man standing his ground.
Barbershop conversation, guys. Make sure you guys go to Silent Hero Films. You guys see it on the screen. And good morning to all, man. I know it's afternoon almost afternoon on the left coast, but on the right coast, East Coast. So win the first 5 hours of your day. And yeah, man. So during the show live yesterday, Ivan Redkach tweeted that his fight is in jeopardy. And I went and read the tweet, and you guys saw it in real time how my sources came. All my sources came through, man. Shout out to all my sources, man. I can't name. And I was able to get the skinny, as you guys saw on yesterday's live. And we gonna use the term allegedly, but is a lot of times allegedly is a synonym for the truth, to protect you, whatever it is. So Ivan Redkach was in agreement with BLK Prime for a fight. Out of nowhere, who didn't get the fight? His promoter by the name of Joe DeGuardier. I've been calling him LaGuardier because I'm from New York, and LaGuardier is the airport named after LA's mayor. But it's DeGuardier. And Joe DeGuardier jumped in to the negotiations being unrealistic, being stubborn, and obviously he wants to stop the fight. For those of you who don't know who Joe DeGuardier is, Joe DeGuardier is Joe Smith Jr.'s promoter. The common man and out of Star Boxing. And Joe DeGuardier really doesn't have too many prominent fighters. He got Joe Smith, he got Chris Algieri. I'm going through his list right now. Don't really have too many name fighters. He got a lot of East Coast Puerto Rican fighters that look black. He got James McGirt. But Ivan Redkach. I'm trying to think of some notable names. He got Carlos Takam overseas, Joe Smith, and that's it. Everybody else is Chris Algieri. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it, man. I'm going through his list right now. And the problem with this is Joe LaGuardia jumped in. Now, all this is allegedly, okay? BLK Prime tried to settle this with a small-time promoter. A small-time promoter is getting a main event fight against Adrien Broner. Most likely it'll be a sellout crowd. And if not, he's going to get a lot of media attention. And that's what promoters ultimately want. They want the main event so they can get the attention, so they can promote themselves and get more fighters. He turned that down. BLK Prime offered him stone cold cash. He turned that down. BLK Prime came back and offered him more assets. He turned that down. Y'all ask, why would Joe LaGuardia turn all this down? Because he's getting paid from somewhere else. Ivan Redkach was signed to PBC, top PBC, and he was also signed to Peter Khan. And then he signed to Joe LaGuardia. Joe LaGuardia hasn't given him a fight in God knows how long. Y'all need to understand the full scope of this. So let me pull up his roster. Because once you go against these guys, I'm explaining to you guys. Once you go against these guys, like me, you really can't accept nothing from them because they will sabotage you. This is why I don't talk to nobody. This is why, Fred, why you don't get free tickets, because you're gonna set me up. I don't want your free ticket. You ain't set me up. Nah. But let's go through their fight. See, as you can see, you don't even know these belts that they holding. The most notable opponent they have is probably Chris Algieri, because he fought Manny Pacquiao. But if you go through the list of the names, he has no main event fighters that will fight on a major card on ESPN, Top Rank, PBC, DAZN. He only has three: Ivan Redkach, Carlos Takam, and Joe Smith. That's it. Carlos Takam, Joe Smith, and you guys see the realities of this thing. They offered him more than his entire stable. Please listen to what I'm saying. They offered Joe LaGuardia more money than his entire stable would make him. He's a promoter with no network. Got to put up his own money and hope to put up his own money to put fights on, and hopefully makes money at the gate and merchandise and sponsorship. And he's struggling for the most part. And he turned down a pay-per-view main event with Adrien Broner, who was going to help promote him by Adrien Broner promoting himself. So here's what I believe happened. Joe LaGuardia was in contact with the Haymonites, his disciples running around trying to sabotage some shit. Because the moment Adrien Broner started talking, and Adrien Broner got to understand this, Adrien Broner, it's you against the world at this point. This should be the biggest motivator in your life outside of your kids. Al Haymon sent his disciples to find out more about Ivan Redkach. And what did Al Haymon disciples do? Found a way to get in the middle of this fight. Joe LaGuardia is unreasonable and non-negotiable at this point. I don't know how. He would make more money off of this fight than a Carlos Takam fight. He would have made more money off of this fight based off of the information that I have than 90% of his stable. And he's not taking the fight. This money he would have made, guess what he could have did? He could have put on the fight for his fighters that ain't fought in a long time, because he doesn't have the money to put the fights on. But the reason why is because the Al Haymon disciples, do y'all see this? His last event. Can y'all see this? His last event was when? March 18th, 2022. March 18th, 2022. Do you guys understand what the fuck I'm talking about? Man, Star Boxing. This was his last event he put on, and we going into February 2022. It's been a year since he's put on an event. I'm telling all these fighters, don't sign. But let me get back to what I'm saying. Adrien Broner, this better be the most. You know when you have the aha moment or the acceptance of your position in life, no matter who you are. This is it. The Al Haymon, because you can't put Al Haymon hands on anything. Okay. Al Haymon sent one of his disciples to call Joe DeGuardia and say, stop this fight. And all this is alleged. Stop the fight. I'll take care of you. PBC don't want Adrien Broner to succeed because he's talking too much. He's telling too much of the truth. And he's waking up a lot of these fighters. And if you don't believe me, if Earl Spence and Keith Thurman goes through, you're going to really know who's in charge. So we sitting here pretending like we don't see what's happening right before our very eyes. Al Haymon and his Haymonites stop this fight. Joe DeGuardia ain't put on a card since March of 2022. So his fighters are sitting at home like, when am I fighting? Oh, hold on, I got you. He couldn't find a fight for Ivan Redkach. He couldn't find a fight. So now Ivan Redkach, who takes care of his mom, who lives in the Ukraine, can't get a fight. See, this is the collateral damage that boxing does. You guys only see the name fighters, but these fighters are the real fighters that keep boxing alive. You will see more B-level opponents in the ring without being disrespectful than more A-levels in the ring. You don't believe me? How many undercard fights have you seen? And 70% of the time, the A fighter on the main event is fighting a B fighter, and he's a major underdog, right? So if you want to buck the system, AB, it's on you. You better be in the best shape of your life. You better come wanting to stop your opponent. Don't punch to your opponent, punch through your opponent. Footwork better be on par. Promotional game better be on par. Mindset better be on par, because Al Haymon don't want you to win. How the fuck Joe DeGuardia ain't taking 5 figures for this fight and he had nothing to do with it? All he got to do is show up and say, my fighter's gonna win. That's all he has to do. And I guarantee you, if I call some of Joe DeGuardia's fighters, they would say the same thing. I ain't got to fight in God knows how long. We sit here and we praise these men, but in reality, we fall in love with narratives. So I'm here to tell you, man, the business of boxing don't want you to win, AB. The business of boxing doesn't want BLK Prime to succeed, because BLK Prime is I would say tactfully and respectfully moving around in the sport of boxing. But this boxing game hardens your heart. And I think, what's the man named? Dax? I don't know the man's name. The man that's in charge, Laron, starts with a D. I don't know. I've heard his name being thrown around, but I don't know him. You better get you some henchmen. Because ain't no way in hell this small-time promoter should be stopping an Adrien Broner fight. You're too nice. Joe DeGuardia done did something wrong in boxing, right? But he's a small-time promoter that can be manipulated. And he thinks dealing with Al Haymon is better than dealing with BLK Prime. I can't answer that. I don't know the relationships there, so I can't say one is better than the other. But this is all on Adrien Broner and the demise of Ivan Redkach. I feel bad for the Redkach family. They do things the right way. I've only interviewed Ivan Redkach maybe twice. I've seen him a lot with Leo Santa Cruz. But this has sabotage written all over it. Oh, 100%. Joe DeGuardier won't take a free check outside. Listen, let me break this shit down. Joe DeGuardier will not accept a check outside of his commission that he's getting off of Ivan Redkach. They was going to give him a bonus check. BLK Prime was going to give this man a bonus check, a 5-figure bonus check outside of his percentage that he's taking from Ivan Redkach. The man probably would have made close to $100,000, if not just over $100,000. He doesn't even make that off of his fighters. Have y'all seen him? Have y'all seen him? How many fighters can he get a $100,000 payday? Carlos Takam, maybe? That's it. We're talking 2022. Nobody. And I'm not being disrespectful to these men. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I wish these fighters well in the future. But you see the type of belts that they taking pictures with. Stop acting brand new. They're wearing freshman belts. Middle school belts. And we sit here and we allow this shit to happen. This is why we got to stand up, man. We got to give power to the people, for the people, by the people, by the people. What Coach Malachi Williams say? But we sit back and we allow this shit. That's why I say these motherfuckers ain't shit. Al Haymon ain't shit. Joe DeGuardier ain't shit. And the people that's working and his henchmen ain't shit. Oh, Fred, you speculating. You never liked me anyway. This video ain't for you. You keep on rooting for Al Haymon. But the next video I drop will tell you that Ryan Garcia agreed to terms and signed the contract. That's what Tank Davis said. And anyways, we ain't going to talk about that. We're going to say, so AB, lock in, be loaded. Al Haymon don't want you to win. Al Haymon left you for dead, man. He left you for dead. He wanted you to fail. Matter of fact, he wants you to fall on your face and come begging back for a $300,000 payday. That's what he wants. And then he going to match you against King Kong. He going to make you fight at 47. Get down to 140 and kick ass. He going to make you fight at 48 catch weight. Oh, AB, you don't have to. I will catch weight it for you. What you want to fight? 48, 40? Okay, no problem. We'll do it for you. They don't love you over there. Al Haymon don't love you. And I'm telling you this because I just know that I know that I know that I know. And I'm looking forward to interviewing Adrien Broner at some point, hopefully after his fight. I want him to get his first check, feeling good, being happy. Then I'll reach out to you, AB, because you got a lot to get off your chest. And this validates it to me, allegedly. Bars. So this is what they do, y'all. They sabotage you. And for those of you who think I'm crazy 3.0 today. I'm not asking for your approval. But my sources have been dead on for the past 3 years. 3 years I've had, and y'all saw me in real time get these answers. What did I say during my show? Hey, let me contact my sources. Anybody got contact information on this? My phone started ringing off the hook. You never know who's watching the show. I only give y'all the truth. I have no reason to lie. I'm not begging for free tickets, free credentials, free cold sandwiches, free hot dogs, free burgers. Okay, can I come down to your gym again? I don't give a fuck about that shit anymore. I like being home. So barbershop conversation. I'll close with this. The Haymonites are out. They like rodents. They like roaches. And if you go against Al Haymon and the Haymonites, you better arm yourself with reality. They ain't your friends. Oh, we've heard stories about Bob Arum and Don King. Oh, yeah, those stories are true. But Al Haymon can get dirty too. Bars. Barbershop conversations, man. Y'all have a great day, man. Man, go get Silent Hero Films, man. I'm the most fearless media man in boxing, man. I'm bringing y'all the truth, man. So Adrien Broner, arm up. I feel bad for Ivan Redkach. Joe DeGuardier is a piece of shit. Al Haymon's a piece of shit. Whoever's working for Al Haymon doing this shit is a piece of shit. All y'all are pieces of shit. And I'm willing to bet Al Haymon don't have the money that he say he has. Because why are you waiting on a white man to give you money if you say, hey, man, he tells every fighter, hey, man, fuck that white man over there, man. Come do business with money. He ain't, all he gonna do is do you dirty. Come fuck with me. In so many words. You get what I'm saying? But then the black man don't have no money to put on his own cards. It's like me. I put up my own movies. Al Haymon ain't got the money y'all think he do, man. How the hell did MC Hammer go broke? Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun.